We're going to show you a full regular program, plus a visit by the American-Canadian Tour, along with their president, Tom Curley, an interview with one of the Quebec stars, Don Forte. All this and more when we go racing at Autodrome St-Eustache. Presented by Chinois, Delicatessen and Steakhouse, serving you since 1936. Hi, I'm Brian Mulligan, and we're here for another edition of Racing at Autodrome St-Eustache. In today's show, we're going to cover the Group Mathers night at the Speedway, plus a great added attraction. The top racers from Quebec and Ontario against the best from the Northeast USA. It's the American-Canadian Tour for 100 laps, so let's get racing. We got it underway with the final lap in the novice category, led by the newcomer Denis Labelle in the number 260. Following him across the finish line was the 256 of Christian Soriol, and Jacques Lalumière, one of the top guys in the points, held down third place. Looking at the L'Oréal Garage Beauchamp Championship, Lalumière is still the leader, followed by Marc Fournier, Annie Legaré, Luc Mercier, and Billy MacArthur. Then it was on to the amateur class for their last lap. A good battle here between the 193 of Serge Bossy and the 148 of Jacques Robert. Robert working his way by in the number 148, taking the win. Behind the Chevelle from Laval was Serge Bossy and his Monte Carlo and Vincent Chevalier. Leading the L'Oréal STL Championship is Paul Chagnon, followed by René Lagaré and Guy Jubinville is third. Pierre Auger is fourth, and race winner Jacques Robert rounds it out. Looking at the last two laps of the mini sportsman class, points leader Vincent Bisson and his Scirocco puts a lap on the 18 of Jean-René Leduc. Bisson continuing towards the win. It'll be his 9th feature win of the year. The obvious reason, he leads the points. With one lap remaining, we see Sylvain Denis in the Toyota pulling up into second place, and the number 17 of Michel Ayotte in the Honda. But Bisson is headed for the checkered flag. Good battle with those second two cars, Denis and Ayotte. Bisson taking checkers, closely followed by the second and third place. As Bisson slows on the back chute, we go to the Intercom Le Service board, and it's Vincent Bisson, the leader, by 7 points over Daniel Charin, followed by Michel Ayotte. Didier Gomez is fourth. In the mini novice class, the final lap showed us the number 90 of Serge Saboret in the Toyota, followed by Eric Racine in a Mazda, and another Toyota in third place. Pierre Gras of Saint-Constant is third. Having a look at the point standings for the mini novice class, it's the Sandrine Cardin Championship. Jocelyn La Charité is the leader, followed by Eric Racine. Michel Huot holds down third place, and Jean Carruthers is fourth. Racing underway for the mini amateur class, where the 68 of Stéphane Gauvreau is the leader, passing Sylvain Daudelin, putting him a lap down. Second place in this race, Mario Leftakis in a Rabbit, and third was Pierre Bourbonnais of Chateauguay in a Volkswagen. Moving to the points board, where we see the top five, Sandrine Cardin Championship, Mario Fulham still the leader in the points, followed by Marco Leftakis, Réal Marier, Roger Marino, and the race winner Stéphane Gauvreau. Probably the most competitive class at the Autodrome is the Quaker State production class. Here we see the 91 of Michel Brunet in the Mellow Food Chevelle from Blainville as he leads Maurice Paiement of Saint-Adèle in the Buick Regal. A tight battle for the top two positions here as they go into the final lap of this production feature event. Paiement looking to make a move on the outside of Brunet for that top position. Paiement moves up, puts a fender up on the backside. Looking to work the outside as they're on top of a lap car. Down the front chute. Paiement doesn't quite make it. A half a car length, the win goes to Brunet, followed by Maurice Paiement. Third place with Stéphane Messier. In the Quaker State Championship, the Léger brothers still lead it, followed by race winner Michel Brunet, Alain Dubois, and Normand Brunet is fifth. We take a breakdown. We'll be back at Autodrome St-Eustache. It's back to the action here at Autodrome St-Eustache as we go to the feature race for the Skoll Incorporated Grand Regional class. Leading the way is Lucien Campo in his Oldsmobile out of St-Eustache, the number 83. And following in second place, the guy that won Best Appearing Car a couple of weeks ago, Francois Odette, former road racer in his first year. He's a rookie at a rather late age of racing here in stock car racing at the Autodrome. He's from Mirabel, Quebec. The lead car of Lucien Campo could easily qualify for a Best Appearing award as well. Odette closing in on the leader here, looking to reel him in and take over the lead position. Campo starting to sense him on the back and pulls away a little bit as he goes around the lap car of Richard Lalonde. Odette almost had a problem with Lalonde as they came through the corner. And now he looks to close in on the leader again. The two-lap sign comes out with Campo and Odette pulling away from the rest of the field. Campo down the back chute has opened up the lead considerably now as he comes through corners 3 and 4 out of the Chenoise corner and down the front chute. The white flag comes out, 1 lap remaining. Holding down third is the Valvoline number 4 Lumina of André Sylvain. The leader, Campo, working on the slower car of Glenn McCallum and doing so ever so carefully through both corners 3 and 4. He goes up a little higher now, comes down and takes the checkers in the win. Second place goes to Francois Odette. Third will be André Sylvain. The winner, Lucien Campo, motoring around, taking an extra lap to be ever so sure as we see the Skoll scoreboard. Looking at the Skoll Incorporated Championship, André Sylvain, who finished third, is still the points leader, followed by Martin Goulet. Race winner Lucien Campo holds down third place in the points, followed by the guy who drives the only Dodge in competition, Réal Carpentier. Jacques Leperle, who had a double win last week, is in 5th position. Now it's time for the Sportsman class, the fastest class that competes on a regular basis here at the Autodrome. And the guy that had won 8 races already coming into tonight's program, Sylvain Lacombe, is leading again and puts a lap on the 44 of Jacques Demers and now works on the number 50 car as well. The 50, that being Yvon Demers. We see now points leader, the 18 snap-on of André Corsal as well. Sylvain Lacombe still holding down the lead here. He's looking for his 9th win of the season. Corsal has moved into second place and is working on the lap cars. Lacombe, a strong lead and now being very careful as he works on the slower cars. We see him here moving up and looking with 2 laps to go. Looking to put a lap on the number 25 of Michel Groslo. Lacombe doing a masterful job here in this feature event for the Canadian Tire Sportsman category. Right on the back bumper of Groslo now with 1 lap remaining. And that white flag came out a little late, so he may not have seen it here. He goes to the outside of Groslo now. He does have less than a lap to go, but he may not realize this at this time as he's working very hard to get by Groslo down the front. The checkers has come out. He may not have seen that as well because he was on the outside of Groslo and obviously is still racing this car right now. And Groslo is even racing the hold from going down a lap. So the winner has gone a complete lap extra here, and they'll show him checkers again to be sure. The winner, Sylvain Lacombe, his 9th win of the year. André Corsal still leads the points in the Canadian Tire Championship. Michel Paquin 2nd, Serge Etier is 3rd. Race winner Sylvain Lacombe is 4th, and Michel Groslo rounds out the top 5. Joining us now is the president of the American Canadian Tour, Tom Curley of Vermont. Tom, today is the day that we get all the top racers from here at Autodrome St-Eustache and all the best Canadians and Americans from the American-Canadian Tour. It should be a great day here at the Autodrome.
Yeah, well, first of all, we got a great day to race because the weather's good, and that's a nice change for us. But what I like about it is that a lot of these kids we've seen race down at our track in Vermont, over in New York at Airborne, and we do have some guys from Ontario. We got a bunch from Quebec. And then we have some guys that have come in from Vermont as well. So it does make for a nice mix. And the interesting part is they don't race against each other a lot, so you have that added dimension. I think the locals are they've got a pretty good edge here because this is a tough little racetrack to get around.
Well, we'll look forward to seeing a great one. How about a couple of favorites?
Well, I really think Forte has to be favored. He's got a lot of practice time here. He's been here. Some of the locals, I've been doing some times out there, and everybody else is pretty close. But I would think that Forte, if Lynch wants to take the gloves off and get his car messed up, he'll be tough as well.
Thank you very much, Tom. Have a great day.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
As we got underway with the A.C.T., Claude Leclerc, the Ironman, and Dave Whitlock all the way from Petrolia, Ontario. Whitlock on the inside was the pole sitter with Leclerc going with him on that front row. They charged side by side down the back chute, and Leclerc took the lead. Quickly coming up on the outside and sitting on the back bumper of Leclerc was Don Forte in the number 42, and he went into second place. Whitlock now third, and Sylvain Lacombe, a good sportsman racer here at the Autodrome, going out with the stars of A.C.T. and certainly holding his own as he works on the outside of the Quality Care Ford of Dave Whitlock. Leclerc and Forte open up a stronger lead here. Leclerc in the Auto Pro Lumina getting a little high here as Forte looked to work on the inside. Forte in the Isoan, Port City, Thunderbird ducking his nose back on the inside of Leclerc once again as we see the rest of the field come by. The battle shapes up here. Chevrolet with the Ford looking to go to the inside. A good battle for the lead. Two fine Canadian racers, the veteran Claude Leclerc and the young lion Don Forte. Leclerc from Repentigny, Quebec, and he's got Forte on the inside all the way around that third and fourth. Forte comes by and takes over the lead. The Ford making a good move on the inside of 3 and 4 and is now your new leader. Rookie of the year last year, the X2 of Alain Perron spins and we move ahead in the race. With Forte still leading. He's got Leclerc working on the back bumper, but on the outside and moving quickly is the young man who has won 4 out of 5 of the regional races this year. Derek Lynch in the number 15. Forte, the Isoan Thunderbird holding the lead, followed by the Auto Pro Lumina of Leclerc and the number 15 Jerry's Truck Stop car from Norwood, Ontario. Derek Lynch is third. Lynch having the greatest year of his career. It's on his 6th year in A.C.T. racing. And he got his first win this year, and that led to many more, which we'll tell you about shortly. The battle continues for second place between Derek Lynch and Claude Leclerc. Leclerc holding him off as Lynch tries the inside in turn number 2. We'll go to a break now and come back for an interview with Don Forte at Autodrome St-Eustache. Joining us now is Donald Forte, the star of stock car racing in Quebec at the present time. Donald, as it wins in Florida and is the 3-time Quebec champion, joins us today. Donald, first of all, a very important win for you in Florida in February.
Yes, Brian, we had a real good run down south all weekend long, and we won the 100-lapper on the last day. We beat Butch Miller, a lot of big names, and that's give us a lot of confidence for 1994, and we had a lot of win in 1994.
And you followed it up with the 3rd consecutive championship on the cast car in Quebec.
Right, that's the first time stock car driver won the championship 3 times in a row for the cask car circuit. We had a tough day over there, but I mean the competition is real tough too. And but with a good team and good cars and a good sponsor, we won the 3rd time.
Well, Donald, you've been second on 3 occasions with A.C.T, and you came ever so close last month at Saint Air, about a half a car length at one point. Is it today that Donald Forte wins his first American-Canadian Tour race?
Well, for sure, for my sponsor, I would like to win here real bad, but we'll see what's the race gonna be, how the race gonna go. But we want to be patient, and we would like to be there for the last 10 laps, and we'll see from there.
Well, good luck today, and thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
Back to the action once again as the race moves ahead here in the A.C.T regional event. Looking back through the field as Roger LaPearl is looking to move up into contention here as well in the 00, and Leclerc having problems on the outside. Forte still the leader, but now it's the young lion, Derek Lynch, who's having a great season as he's working on the leader, Forte. LaPearl and Leclerc farther back, trying to improve their position. As the race goes on, we remind you that this afternoon at 1:30 at the Autodrome St-Eustache will be Content Skidoo race day for the 5th annual season. It'll be a full program of racing with Sportsman, Grand Regional, and all the classes of ARM. Still leading the way is Don Forte, followed by Derek Lynch, and Petrolia Ontario's Dave Whitlock, after changing a tire in the pits, has come back and battled his way into 3rd place. 2 Fords with a Chevrolet in between, a typical classic battle on the A.C.T Tour. Unknown to many, the Ford was starting to have problems here as Forte had a tire that was going down. They have special relief valves in these racing tires, and he was starting to lose air because there was a misadjustment in the valve. We see Sylvain Metivier, who's been very competitive out of Montreal on the American-Canadian Tour this year, and Roger Lapelle, the veteran in a 00 as well. Forte having problems coming off the corners, and Derek Lynch is getting dangerously close. They go through turns 1 and 2. Forte sideways. Quickly, Derek Lynch drops in on the inside and takes over the lead. Forte's problem has developed into costing him positions now, as he will look to defend 2nd place. He knows he can no longer challenge for the lead. He could not hold it, so obviously he would not have enough to come back. With the tire going down, the car was getting ever so hard to handle here. Whitlock, the veteran from Petrolia, Ontario, did not make this 8-hour trip for nothing. He knows that Forte's having problems. He saw him get sideways when Lynch went by. So he will look to work on that problem and force Forte to get a little too high in the corner also. Lynch working by Lucien Rochelot in the RDS car. Lynch running very smoothly on the outside as he looks to get by the lap car. Rochelot obviously blind to the passing flag and could have problems with the officials later, as he is not giving away to the leader. The rules say that when you're shown the passing flag, you must give away. Metivier, who was running so well, goes to the pit area, and Lynch continues lengthening his lead here. Rochelot running a lap down holds the position right behind the leader. Metivier's in the pits, and an overheating problem ended his day. Working on the outside now. Whitlock knows that Forte's in trouble as we go to the break. We're back at Autodrome St-Eustache as we go to the final laps for the A.C.T regional event. Derek Lynch, the leader, in the number 15 from Norwood, Ontario, followed by Don Forte in the Isolon Thunderbird. At this point, Dave Whitlock had gone in among the lap cars, and you see him working his way through here now as Forte and Lynch had already got by those lap cars and broken into the lead a little farther ahead. So Whitlock working on the slower cars to try to join the leaders and get up here and battle for an opportunity to win the event. As we go into turn number 1, veteran Yvon Bedard gets a little too aggressive and spins the great young racer, the number 3 Sylvain Lacombe, moving ahead in the race. A restart with Forte trying the outside of Lynch, but we know that his tire will not put up with that and will not give him the opportunity. So he wisely jumps back in and protects second place. So it's still Lynch, Forte, and now Whitlock can sense an opportunity as he sees the car of Forte being very unsteady in the corners. Farther back, a lot of damage on the 66 of Ruchelot and also the back end of Bedard's car. Lynch still your leader here. The back of Bedard's car waving to the crowd, obviously. Derek Lynch having a great season. He's won 4 out of 5 of the regional races. He also, in the international circuit, is second in the points, having won the richest race of all, the Oxford 250, and winning $40,000 that day. This young man, after 6 years on the circuit, is only 24 years old and showing us what he can do here today. The battle is now for second with Forte and Whitlock. As they come up to go into the last lap, Whitlock knows that Forte's car is not handling well. He gives him a little love tap from behind, works on the inside, but Lynch is well ahead and going for the checkered flag. Lynch is through there. Whitlock is on the inside again. They battle through 3 and 4. Forte's got the gas pedal right up to the carburetor. At the finish, it's only inches difference as Forte holds on to second and spins off the far end of the track. But he hung on long enough for second. The winner, the young lion from Norwood, Ontario, Derek Lynch, gives a wave to the crowd. Lynch has got it slowly coming around now. A great win for the young man, having won 4 out of 5 of the regional races so far. The last race will be at Airborne Park, Plattsburgh, in a couple of weeks' time. Derek Lynch taking the win. Donald Forte, a very tough second place. Dave Whitlock gave it all he could and got third. Then Richard Beauchamp, Steve Maheur, and Sylvain Lacombe, 3 excellent local racers holding down 4th, 5th, and 6th. As we take a look at the podium, we see the big smile on Derek Lynch as he has now pretty well clinched the regional points championship. Looking at the coming events board, we see that it'll be the Wins Extend 300. There'll be 200 laps for the amateur, novice, and invitation cars, and another 100 laps for the production class. On September 24th for practice, and September 25th will be race day for the Wins Extend 300 at Autodrome St-Eustache. Then on Sunday, October the 2nd at 1:30, we'll see the 50-lap event, sponsored by Intercom Le Service for the mini sportsman class. There'll also be a full program of all the other categories. But let's not forget that in only 2 hours' time, at 1:30 today, will be another full program at Autodrome St-Eustache, as it will be the Canton Ski-Doo 5th annual race day with a complete racing program. We take this opportunity to thank CTM Communication of St. Leonard for all the communication needs of our crew on the show. As we head back to the Autodrome, we look forward to seeing you all next week on Racing at Autodrome St-Eustache at 11 a.m. CFCF.